Okay, I'm going to attempt to demonstrate how I paint things, little craft items and various things. I'm not really a crafty type person that likes to do a lot of crafts, but when I find a need around the house, like a broken piece of, something, a whatnot or vase or whatever, I have learned that these little craft paints are indispensable to have around. So I use this brand or similar that I get at Walmart or Michael's. Just basic, they're called acrylic craft paint, but they're really, water-based, so they're easy to clean up too. And I can custom mix them, if I don't have the exact color I want. So what I'm going to do today, and I have one of those Sterilite plastic tops, lids here, and I'm working on top of my dryer out in the beauty shop, clothes dryer, and I've got this Avon paper towel holder here that I absolutely love, but it's in terrible condition as far as the bottom. See the water damage on the bottom? Where this stuff is just basically some kind of paper. It isn't real wood. You can see the Avon thing upside down there. It's a little series they had, which I really like. And I've got a hairband there that I'm going to sit that on top of paper towels. Then my Q-tips and a tray here with a paper towel in it, because I don't trust myself when I knock something over. And I'm going to set my camera up. I also use this Q-tip painting method where I just dip the Q-tip into the jar of paint, and I just paint whatever I'm doing, So I'm going to attempt to go over this where it's all chipped around the edges. I've already painted a little bit of it. And I'm going to try to match this color, which was way too pinky looking. And now it's a bit orangey looking, but I'm going to try to make that a little more peachy. So I've already adjusted my orange color by mixing a little pink with it to make it a little less bright orange. I also use this technique to refresh the color in old faded pictures that I find at thrift stores or Goodwill stores. There's one out here actually in this room that I did. This is a picture that I really like. It's just a paper poster type picture, and it was very faded. A lot of times we pass up pretty pictures that we really like because they're so faded. So what I did was I took a Q-tip and I refreshed the geraniums, which was barely visible. They were kind of a pinky looking color. I added a little bit of splash of color on this. I refreshed the greens. I went over the floor again. And this green, everything was just super faded in here. So I touched everything up to bring the light back in. I went over all of this. And you just kind of whitewash. It's like diluted colors. You dilute them down with water and you custom mix them by just mixing them around in your hand or whatever. And I also painted the edge of the mat here. So you can do that to old pictures. It's really easy. I prefer the Q-tips to paintbrushes because I can control them better. So, back over here now, see if I can set my phone back up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip into the orange, and I'm going to try to lean this where you can see what I'm talking about. Hopefully that's on camera. And I'm just going to paint around the edges. You can put that blue painter's tape around if you want to ahead of time, but I usually just freehand it because I'm used to being pretty precise since I do permanent makeup on people. Got to be able to see good. So anyway, for the ones of you that don't know, I'm a cosmetologist, but I specialize in permanent makeup. So anyway, that's besides the point. Here we go. So anyway, if you make a mistake, trying to hold this and balance it in front of the camera. So I'm just going to demonstrate that. You see how easy that goes on? And then I'll switch to the green, because I'll finish painting that later. But you just kind of sweep over the green, any place where you see a little chip. And you do this when you have a chip on a vase or whatever too. Now, let's say you get carried away, like I just did, and you make a boo-boo. So you take this and you just wipe it off while it's wet already. Now, if it dries and you don't see it right away, you're looking at it later and you think, uh-oh, I got it on there. Well, then just take a Q-tip and a little bit of water, and it'll come right off. If you don't have the water handy after you've been out working, just put a little spit on it. Take it right off. There's a little spot right there that I did earlier that I didn't see. See it just come, I hope you can see that. It just came right off. So don't be afraid about getting it on other things, in other words. And that's basically what I'll be doing, just painting around on all of those edges and underneath here. Not that it shows, and who cares, but I'm going to do it anyway just for a little protection. I'm going to put some beige underneath here. I'm also going to replace these felt tips with some rubber tips, so hopefully that won't happen again. So it'll sit up a little off the counter, a little higher, in case the counter gets a little water on it or something, because that's what happened before. This was actually purchased at a garage sale several years ago, and it was like that when I got it. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing, and matching hopefully the color around the trim, kind of close to the peach that's up there. But I thought this was really a really cute little set that Avon came out with, and I just love it. So anyway, the hair band is just to keep it up off of the table so it'll dry. And so wherever you work with this, always put you down some paper towels. Don't ever trust yourself. And put your supplies into a plastic tray or something like that, in case you knock it over, because you don't want to be constantly closing, opening, closing. And I'm not going to pour the paint out into a thing and dip from that. Nah. I'm always in too big of a hurry to do that kind of stuff. So that's how simple it is, though. I'm serious. There's so many things you can do. And I'll do a video sometime showing me actually painting a picture. I did a totally black and white, typical black and white, gray paper poster picture. It was actually a picture of one of the scenes from Gone with the Wind, and I repainted it, colorized it, and it's really very pretty. But that, just an idea. Most people would be afraid to even attempt something like that, but hey, it ain't gonna hurt to try. So that is my little tip of the day. I hope you can find some uses, and if you have any questions about that, just give me a comment. Thanks for watching.